doing? Thank you so much for joining me today and to take the time out of your day to listen to what I am bringing to share with you. So, as most of you guys already know, if you're regulars listening to my live broadcast or watching the replay as it is posted down in my timeline, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So, hi, Brian. My name is Lisa Marie. Duh, you already know that because you're following me. You can see it posted there. But I am known as the America's Perseverance Coach. And what I like to do, what a perseverance coach does, is help you to be able to tackle and knock down all of the obstacles that come up in your life so that you can achieve and be the person that you are destined to be. And by doing that is I share with you obstacles that I've been able to overcome in my own life to use as an example to show you that if I can do it, you can do it too. So today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about how to stop wasting time proving your worth to someone. Hi, Faith. Thank you for joining me. Um, and what I say by that is I'm guilty of that. I'm like I tell you guys, I'm sharing with you guys things that I've done in my own life and experiences that I've had in my own life and obstacles that I've had to overcome. And the main thing that I struggle with is trying to prove to someone I'm worth it. I'm worth their time. I'm worth them doing business with. I'm worth them giving me a shot, giving me that promotion, giving me the time of day. And you know what? I don't have to do that because guess what? I'm enough. If they can't see it, if they can't recognize it in their life that they need me and I am a worthy advocate to have on their team, then it's their loss. It's their loss. I'm not wasting time anymore. Like I said, when I first started my magazine in 2009, one of the main things I struggled with is trying to find someone to help me to develop the magazine. I had no idea. I didn't know how to build a website. I didn't know too much about social media. I didn't know how I was going to get people to come along. Hi, Christopher. Hey, I miss you. How I was going to get people to even come to my website once I figured out how to build it. And just to find someone and people that felt I was worth and believed in my vision and my talent and wanted to be a part of what I was building. And it really got to me. I would get tons and tons of no's, and I'm spoiled. I'm not used to being told no. I shared with you guys the other day and all the time. I'm the oldest of 8 kids. Even though I don't have any older brothers or sisters, I have a lot of older cousins. I have aunts and uncles, and they spoiled me rotten to the core. The word no, if anybody formulated their lips to be about to say that, I would turn on the waterworks. So I was not used to being told no. I was not used to being ignored. I was not used to having to almost beg someone to see my work. So when I was getting all of these no's, when I was reaching out to veterans and people who have already had magazines and websites and things like that, and no one wanted to help me, there was one person on social media that I was able to find that was willing. Although our magazines were complete opposites, he was willing. And he saw, and I didn't have to prove to him that I was worth it. that I was worth his time. Because one conversation with this young man, and he's Marcus Aurelius, he is the brilliant mind behind KG Body magazine. You guys can find him. He's everywhere. He's amazing, and we're still friends right now to this day, and I still look to him for advice and things when it comes to my magazine and everything. He saw that, and that meant a lot to me. It meant an awful lot to me. But I'm not just talking about in business. Oftentimes we do that in relationships, and I'm not the type of female that jump in and out of relationships. I can honestly count on my hands how many intimate relationships that I've been in my life, and I still have fingers left over to count, and I'm about to be 45. Yes, Sunday. I'm gonna keep reminding y'all that I want some books and some Starbucks gift cards for my birthday. But anyway, I haven't been with a lot of men. I haven't been in a lot of intimate relationships. But once my children started to get older, you know, going through high school and everything, I found myself trying to prove to men that I was worth them, that I was worthy of them, that I was worth them dating, that being with me was the best decision they could make in their life. And to be honest with you, I continued to do that, and throughout, I would say, the last 3 relationships that I've been in between 2001 and up until last year, when I finally decided to officially leave my ex, I was doing that. There was 3 men. The first man, me being so desperate and trying to prove to him that I was worthy of him, I accepted all sorts of abuse from this man. I saw all the signs that this was not the man that I needed to be with, but I chose to ignore them because I felt that for some strange reason I still needed to prove to him that I was worthy of him, that he didn't need to cheat on me, that I could be everything that he wanted me to be. And some may say, well, a lot of women that, you know, stick in relationships with guys like that, oh, it's because they have daddy issues. I don't have any daddy issues. Yes, my mom was a single mom, but my daddy was there. I love my daddy. My daddy is my mom and my dad are my 2 biggest fans. I am a daddy's girl, okay? There is nothing that I could do wrong in my daddy's eyes that would make him not be there for me and support me. So I really don't know where this need to prove myself to a man developed from. I honestly don't know, and that's something that I'm working on right now in my self-development within myself, knowledge of self. So this gentleman, he cheated on me. He verbally abused me. He never physically abused me, but he abused me emotionally in such a way that I was scarred for a very, very, very long time. And once I got the courage to finally leave him and say enough is enough, it was 6 years before I got into another relationship again with another man. And I always say I love attention. That was one thing. I've never been the type of person where you have to buy me a lot of things. I'm not a very materialistic person unless it's books. Buy me books. That's what you can buy me. But I'm not a very materialistic woman. I'm not the type of woman that says, oh, you got to give me money to get my nails done. You got to give me money to get my hair done. You got to buy me this, buy me that. That's never been me. The way to get me, the way to my heart has always been quality time and attention. So I found that. You know what they say, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. So I actually got it. I got someone that all of their attention was on me. But for some reason, I still felt the need that I had to prove myself to him, that I was worth him being with. He was slightly younger than me, which was the first and last time I ever did that. But again, there was something twisted in this brain of mine that still felt that I needed to prove to him. So, you know, he was so attached to me in a way that it was a long distance relationship. He was back home in Detroit and I was in Utah. Every waking moment we spent on Skype. If I had to leave home, we were on the phone. We were texting. I could not do anything without, hey Elizabeth, without this man knowing something about what I was doing. And, you know, after a few months, about after 6 months, he decided to relocate to Utah with me. That was the beginning of the end. I completely lost myself in this man, trying to prove to him I was worth him one day asking me to be his wife. And when I say I lost myself, I cut off ties with my family. He actually got to a point where he was jealous of me doing my magazine, and I had to choose between him and my magazine. And I unfortunately made the bad decision of choosing him. And it even, what it came down to, what was the last straw for me and what it finally clicked in my mind. I mean, this man, we had grown so far apart, and he had become, again, the signs of the previous gentleman 6 years prior. The verbal abuse, but it was always followed up with, I love you. We can do everything together. I love you more than anything. Everyone, you are my world. I can't live without you. If I can't have you, nobody else will. And it got really, really scary. And it was to the point where I could no longer sleep next to him because I was afraid. And he was in my home, so I had to figure out a way how to get him out of my home, away from me and my kids, because there was times when he threatened me. He says, you know, I can just kill you and kill your kids and then kill myself. There were times where I would be in the living room and I would just hear it click, 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 and I'll go in the room and he's playing Russian roulette with his .38 revolver. So I had to thread carefully. But again, I got there because, and somewhere in my brain, I was still trying to prove to him that I was worth him, that I was enough for him, that I could fulfill everything that he needed. But what he needed was serious psychological help. And the final straw was, I decided to leave him. I told him that I wanted my daughter to come back home because she had moved out, and I didn't want my babies to be out of the house. And he hit me. My first and only physically abusive relationship that I had ever been in. He hit me so hard that I hit the floor, and I was stunned because I couldn't believe that that had actually happened to me. And I left him. That was it. No going back. I didn't need any other warning signs. So again, I took a long hiatus between relationships. It was 4 years before I got into another relationship. So between 2001 and 2016, I've been in 3 relationships. But this time, this relationship was with my 3rd boyfriend. Me and him had been together. I had been in love with him since I was 21 years old. So this was the first and only ex that I ever gave a second chance to, which we all know now I'm single. So duh, you put two and two together, it wasn't right. He was saying everything that I wanted him to say, but I still had to prove to him, even though we had history together, even though I'm literally the same type of woman that I was when we first met back in 1994, I've just grown and matured and learned a lot of new skills. It still wasn't enough for him. I still had to prove to him that I was worth him actually popping the question to, worth him actually asking me to marry him, you know. And it wasn't. I welcomed his child into my home despite all of the warning signs that it was not a good decision, but because she was a part of him and I wanted to be a part of him as well, that's what I did. So I was still proving, trying to prove my worth to this man. Needless to say, I'm relocated to Arizona and I've been alone. He broke my car. He did $3,000 worth of mechanical damage to my Mercedes Benz, and he left town. And I haven't heard from him since. So now you guys know why I'm single. So that for me, 3 times for me is enough. I am no longer, and with the help of my amazing psychiatrists and mentors that I now have, because now I don't retreat to myself when I have an issue or something I'm struggling with. I now ask for assistance. I have given over him, and I'm no longer on that never-ending path to prove to someone my worth, to prove to them that I'm worthy of them either doing business with, them marrying, because I know I'm gonna make whatever man that has good sense the best wife ever. I know that. I know that I am an amazing author, that I am an amazing coach, that I have talents that I have not even began to scratch the surface on. So I'm no longer wasting time trying to prove to someone my worth. I'm not gonna beg you. I'm not gonna kiss your, excuse my language, I don't use a lot of profanity, but I'm not gonna kiss your ass just to get you to do business with me. If you feel like so-and-so over there that's advertising a free workshop on the same topic that I am, if you feel that they have something to offer you that I can't, I wish you the best of luck. I'm not going to beg you to stay with me. I'm not going to beg you to spend your money with me. If you can't see the value and the worth yourself, then sweetheart, that's your loss, not mine. Because I know the gifts that God has blessed me with. I know the talent that God has blessed me with. I know those that see the value in me without me having to prove to them that I'm worth it. They see that. Now they also can't understand why no one else sees, but we know everyone is born with common sense, but not everyone utilizes common sense. So we're just going to leave them alone, and we're going to let them do what they do. Go wherever they need to go and find their path on their own. We're just going to let them be. So that's what I hope me sharing with you guys, being a little transparent about my relationship status and things of that nature. I hope that that has been able to assist some of you and let you guys know that you don't have to prove your worth to anyone. You guys are amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Leslie. You two alone are amazing. And you guys know, Elizabeth, you know, me and you, we can identify with a lot of stuff I'm talking about. You guys don't have to prove to anybody who you are, Hi, Rico. You guys don't have to prove your worth to anybody. If somebody don't want to buy your music, forget them. So what? Because guess what? It's 5 more people over there that will. It's always said that people are, most of the time, people that are the closest to you don't really see your worth and see the value that it takes strangers to see that in you, and then the other people will get that light bulb moment. Then they want to jump on the bandwagon and this and that and the other. Yeah, let them. If that's what they need to do, let them do them. You just do you. You keep on your path that you are meant to be on and you are meant to live. You live in your gifts. Because if you keep wasting time worrying about what Sally Sue and them over there doing, you are going to miss out on your blessings, on your opportunities. You're going to miss out. And then you're going to be sitting back saying, well, see, what had happened was because so-and-so and them said, forget them. I'm going to tell you, I have reached out to so many organizations, so many people since living here in Arizona, trying to form partnerships, alliances, collaborations with them, and they don't even have the decency to tell me no. They just don't respond to me. So you know what? I don't even waste my time anymore, because that's okay. If you don't see the value of working with me, of being featured in my global publication, I'm not going to beg you. If you want to go pay somebody to be featured in their online magazine, instead of being featured in my magazine for free, that's offered as a digital download as well as in print format that has a global reach, then I wish you the best of luck. I'm not going to hate on you. I'm not going to get mad at you. That takes too much energy. And what I am no longer doing is I am no longer giving you that power over me. I'm no longer giving you that energy. And that's what I want you guys to do. If you find someone, because we all have those people. There's always naysayers. There's always haters. They have to exist. They have to exist. But what you don't need to do is you don't need to waste your time trying to prove to them anything. Let them do them. And again, you do you. You don't need them. You don't need their validation. You don't need their worth, because the only person who you need to prove anything to is you. Go look in the mirror. Who you see in that reflection? You don't see Sally Sue and Billy Bob. When I look at myself in the mirror, see, well, I gotta take that back, because see, sometimes when I look at myself in the mirror, I see my mama. Or I see one of my aunties on my daddy's side when I decide to play in makeup. So what I don't see is somebody that's about to be 45 years old. So sometimes my eyes be playing tricks on me, but you guys know what I mean. When you are looking in that mirror, you see you. You are the only one you need to prove anything to. And there are only 5 individuals on this earth that I need to prove and show anything to. 3 I gave birth to, and 2 are my grandchildren. That's who I live for. That is my motivation. They are my reasons for being who I am and doing what I need to do. So beyond myself, first and foremost, I am learning how to put myself the first time in my life. I told you guys a couple weeks ago, I used to be a people pleaser. And part of trying to prove my worth to someone was me being a people pleaser. But I am still a people pleaser, but the person that I'm trying to please is me, myself, and I. So that's what I want you guys to do. Get your priorities straight. Sally Sue and Billy Bob over there, they're not your priority. Oftentimes, your clientele won't even be in the same country as you. My biggest clientele, my biggest readership, believe it or not, has been in Spain, Russia, Brazil, outside of these United States. So stop limiting yourself and stop wasting your time trying to prove to somebody else that 9 times out of 10 wish they was you. There's a lot of people with a lot of insecurities that project their insecurities onto people that are confident, and they mistake that confidence as arrogance. I know I'm bomb.com. If I can write a book in 3 days and on the 4th day publish it and it become an international bestseller without me paying people to do that, hats off to me. I know I'm the bomb.com. I know I can teach what I have in this head of mine under my gorgeous weave that, thank you, the Trestle Room hooked me up with. My gorgeous queen tee that I got from RGBTs. Yeah. I know my worth. And I'm not wasting my time trying to prove it to nobody. If you can't see it for yourself, then guess what? I am sorry for you and I don't know what to tell you, honey. So, thanks guys. I'm not going to keep you all much longer. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to listen to me. I hope that what I have shared with you guys have helped you, or if you feel that it can help someone else, please feel free to share. Feel free to drop a comment, a question, anything down there. I don't mind. Inbox me if you don't want everyone to know. If you have a specific question, I am here for you. So, hey Tony, I'm getting ready to go now, girl. But you awesome. You don't prove to nobody who your worth is. You awesome on your own. If they can't see it for themselves, then bye, Felicia. That's what you tell them. That's what you tell them. Don't waste your time proving nothing to nobody, because that's exactly what they are and who they are, nobody. So I want you guys to go out and have a fantastic day and keep on being you. And remember, you are in control of your life. You are the only person that you need to prove anything to. I am my own worst critic, because you know what? After I get finished with this, I'm getting ready to go watch it and I'm about to critique myself and see what I can do better and make sure I didn't get any of this ruby woo on my teeth, because last time I wore my red lipstick, I got it on my teeth. But anyway, make sure I don't babble even more. But I'm going to let you guys go. I've held you guys hostage for long enough. And remember, stop wasting your time trying to prove your worth to people that don't even matter. See you guys later. Bye-bye.